The Mansfield Reformatory is a large prison that was built in 1886. The site here is so historic, even Civil War troops trained on these grounds. The prison also holds the record for being the world's largest freestanding cell block. But aside from that, this place has a very troubled past. In the early 1900s, the prison was run by a warden named Arthur Gladkey. He eventually died of a heart attack while sitting at his desk working. Even his wife Helen died in the halls of the administration's building from a fatal gunshot wound. In 1957, a prison riot broke out, sending over 100 inmates to solitary confinement. As many as 6 inmates were put into a single cell, resulting in many killings and murders. On a positive note, the site was even used for a few Hollywood movies, like Shawshank Redemption and Air Force One. Sadly, after over 100 years of service, the reformatory closed down in 1990. But even though the prison ceased operations, the spirits of inmates and others who died here are still rumored to haunt the building on a nightly basis. Tonight, the haunted investigators will venture inside in an attempt to make contact with the spirits here. The Mansfield Reformatory is a very large building, so before arriving, our team did some research to find 3 key areas that have the most potential of harboring ghostly activity: the East Wing, solitary confinement, and the administration's building. Investigating these 3 locations will prove critical to our research. As we gather equipment for tonight's investigation, the sun finally sets and the investigation begins.
Okay, I've got no reading. Good. Wait. Yeah, see, if it's not getting anything from over here, it's not that one. It was starting to jump up to a 0.3, but it's...
Yeah, there's nothing here. It's all electrical.
Is there anything that lives in here that's a presence that would like to let itself be known? Just speak up and say anything?
Is there someone in here right now?
It was starting to jump up to a 0.3, but it's... Well, that's why it's a sewage down there, the septic. We began looking down hallways, and as I panned to the left to look down a hallway, I saw what looked like a ghost in a sheet. Jesus, boy, that made me cry. I was like, wow, they actually do appear like a ghost in a sheet. No, wait a minute. And it scared me for a moment, then I realized it was a big cutout for Halloween. So we all had a really uproarious laugh with that as there's our first encounter, first experience, is, you know, Casper the ghost floating around in the basement.
Did you get orbs on your pictures? Try the dust. There is so much dust. Is there anybody here that would like to talk to us?
Hey.
What's up there?
That's an asswipe. Well, it's nice and fresh, too. Are there any prisoners who are here that have the guts to speak up and let themselves be known? Now's your chance to let us hear you and let us know if you're here still. I see it's just a flat 0. This is a bigger one, so I figured there would have been more people, more interaction, more energy. So.
Tired?
I had walked down a row of cells and I got this overwhelming feeling of sorrow. I'm like crying.
Yeah, you're probably getting an overwhelming emotion because this is nothing but a horrible area.
It made me want to cry. I wanted to just sit down and weep for whatever I was feeling at that moment.
Anybody down there? Yeah, what's that?
Me. Sniffing.
No, it smells like gunpowder.
Around the same time that we smelled gunpowder, our cameras picked up this sound. Could this be the sound of a woman moaning?
Is there anybody here who would like to make their presence known? If you could just give us some type of noise to let us know you're here. Just bang on something, just make a small noise for us.
Now, there was tapping down here. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did hear that tapping. If there's somebody that's making noise, can you please tap again? There it
Is
is.
that again?
Is there someone here? Can you please tap again? Come on, tap again. If you're here trying to talk to us, tap again so we can hear you once more.
Did you hear it? It was back here.
It was like behind me.
Yeah, it was right here.
Yeah.
This rapping continued to follow us as if the entity was saying, I'm here, I'm making noise, I want you to know. And we even asked it, can you please make that rapping again? Tap, tap, it started again. It was perfect.
Do it again, whatever you were doing before, do it again.
Upon leaving this area, our camera caught this sound.
That roped off. That roped off. That roped off.
Even though we've collected some great evidence already, little do we realize that our night is far from over.